yes, there's my guys. Yeah, many miracles today. Many, 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 many. Many miracles. I'm feeling just... Yeah, you're right. Okay, so you're getting the cat's water. That's a good thing. She will be a happy puppy. And then you should get your book. I don't know if you can do that. I don't know what you're going to do with it. Yes, I know. Hi, my girl. I know. You're a twist. Yeah, okay, my girl.
When it happened, I was completely and totally fucked up. Didn't know what to do, what to say. So I went over and got the money from Van. We saw the van. I told him I got sideswiped.
Well, you did get sideswiped, sorta. Well, you know, people have their own ways of understanding sideswipe, because basically it is sideswiped. On a side note, I was at an accredited ICBC repair shop today. I said, and he said sideswiped, and this guy went, yeah. So sideswiped is, you know, from the right, or this is what got him. He said, did it happen? And I'm out there, and there's the van, and I said, this is it. I said, see that truck?
Yes.
I said, let's go higher. I said, you see where it would... And he just went, gotcha. And I said, and we've got a street like this, cars either side, and if you correct, and he just went, I get it. This is a man who's repairing vehicles all the time. I said, you know, it's like there was an overcorrection, whether it's because of his health, or just he was freaked, or, you know, okay, fine. So that's okay. And you were, go on, and we'll kind of go through this.
It wasn't okay.
Pardon me?
It wasn't okay.
Well, it wasn't okay. It wasn't okay for you to come back here, and I will give you the benefit of the doubt because you really weren't very coherent. Okay, whether you knew you were coherent or not, you were very uncoherent. And I will even say to you that that would sit with COPD, that you can't breathe, you can't talk, so it's like you can't think, because the whole idea that somehow it happened at Dan's is all I came up with. And when I got there, Dan said, no, he arrived like that, and he was not in, basically you weren't in a good way, okay? Well, coming back, I started, I looked for vehicles you might have, you know, what went on? And so when we got in here and you started to draw me a picture, which I should have had you do to begin with, I will take responsibility and say, somebody who is non-verbal, it would be good to say, here, draw me a picture. That might have fixed everything and saved an hour and who knows what, okay? That might have, but it never occurred to me because I never did that kind of a walk with a few of the people that I deal with. However, when we finally figured out what had happened, and then you suddenly denied it, that may be part of COPD too. But at the same time, I think that you need to realize that was not cool. So it is important that we went over there, and they seem okay with the fact I was there, and ICBC are a bunch of idiots. Okay, that's, I don't care, I'd put that on tape. They are. Because this woman kept saying to me last night, well, why are you calling? I said, because you can't talk. Well, why? Well, now he's on his oxygen. He's got COPD, and this has just caused for a flare-up. Well, you know, ultimately that should make sense, because if somebody thought thought that they had somebody coming on going at them and they're going to die, and they already have some health issues, I guess that would do it. So, in a court of law, as your lawyer, I would say, Your Honor, we're really pushing it here. Like, everything worked out. So who cares? But the bottom line is what's the bottom line? The bottom line is you need to be calmer. You need to be aware. You need to do any number of things. And I really shouldn't just push you because you are 50 plus years. I know you're on a learner's, but you did drive for years. And maybe that's why you realized it was scary. I don't know. Because I don't know, what would a young person have done? Maybe the same thing, maybe. But you also have to realize your reflexes are different. And I came to the conclusion today I wasn't going to feel guilty about having these conversations with you.
You shouldn't.
Well, I regularly do because on our personal note, Tim, you argue with me regularly.
Listen.
Well, you shouldn't be arguing with me on anything because if anybody's going to be your friend, it's going to be me. You're still here. And any number of other places, Tim, or you would be, I don't know where you would be. You would be in the hospice. So, I don't know if you want to be here. I mean, look at this place. But then again, it's home, and if I wanted to be home, I would want to be at home. Okay. So, I like to think people or other people, and I do recognize that. Now, what did you do today? Because right now, my levels are not good, that you didn't even feed the dog.
Every time I sit up to try to do something, I had a tear up, I had to shit myself.
Oh, okay, but at the same time, she was depending on you, Tim.
I know.
And you know what? I'm not doing very good, and I'm not going to tell you what all went on today, but I have been on the road all the way through. I burnt $35 worth of gas. My foot hurts like fucking bullshit. And you know what? Why? Because something is depending on me. Me is depending on me. And it would have been really nice to just go sit in the park and have a nap. And I know that your health issues are serious, but I didn't sleep well last night. I fell asleep, I woke up at 11:30, and I was since then. And I had somebody say to me today, you know what, I've got to get a handle on this, Tim, because if something happens to me, that's it. You're done. Kevin's done. Everybody's done. Including me, I'm done. And right now, my own idea of, the will to live is pretty strong, and my sense of responsibility is strong. And I would appreciate if you could give me some credit for that rather than arguing with me regularly. I want to finish. Rather than arguing with me about whether you're going to take a coat with us, or whether you're going to take extra oxygen, or whether you're going to take your water pills, or whether... I am overwhelmed with that shit, Tim. It's like dealing with a 2-year-old. Writing in your book, don't be a 2-year-old who did the thing right about now, or something like
Manfred's, and you saying thank you.
We have to, we'll make you a poster, don't be a 2-year-old.
Might be at least something to do. I'm not expecting to go in, but just to say thank you. And I'm going to say, I said, okay, you can... We didn't know what to do. That you're just really
okay,
shook
don't be a
over
2-year-old.
driving.
It's
So this is how we were going to do it. Okay?
Okay, that's even better. Well, grow up. Okay, grow up. So that whole talk we had several nights ago on that thought was appealing to your higher self.
Oh, you have to do a cross.
Because I really do believe that people who are dying, or Alzheimer's, or anything, it don't matter. Chronic illness, it don't matter. You can speak to their higher self. If they were there once, they're still there. It's layered and buried and whatever, but they're there. You just have to connect with it. And for some reason, I'm not connecting with it with you. And I don't know if that's my fault. I keep saying it's my fault. I've said to you repeatedly, you are not taking this seriously. And I don't think you are. Not if you're arguing about your water pills. Well, I want you to think about that example. This is like a 2-year-old arguing with their caregiver or doctor. This is what I'm experiencing daily, time and time.
I thought
I'm sorry, I just get really carried away.
And you saying thank
You
you.
know, 12, 15, 42 times a day. What do you think that's doing to my energy?
But just to say
what are you doing to it?
And I'm going to say, you know, I said, okay.
I'm so glad you
know what to do.
What's
That
happening,
you're just really shook over
it's
driving.
like it's
So
just
this is how
sucking
we're going to do it.
anything out of me.
Okay? Okay. You don't turn to go to TD through there.
Along
you go
with
up
all
to here.
of that, I'll try to say something positive. What do you think of the miracles?
Because pulling out, you have to do a cross.
Considering there's no rear windows.
What?
Considering there was no rear windows.
I don't know how all that happened, and I'm really not going to go into it, but I spent a lot of time on the phone this morning. And I will tell you that last night, people who are closed for the whole weekend called me back. Now, I don't really expect you to say, wow, what miracles. And lots of people would say, wow, God, or Geminado, or something.
It's freaking amazing.
Well, I'm just going to put it this way. What are the odds under COVID and everything else that people would call me back? And I spoke to, because I called everybody, left messages all over the place, and I have nothing to lose by that. They're going to talk to me Monday, maybe they'll talk to me Saturday, maybe they'll go into the shop. And Tim, I have had calls back virtually every number that I have,
going out to
and several went the distance, and this morning
thank you
before 10 o'clock,
okay.
you heard the phone.
It might be at least
and
something to do.
said,
I'm not expecting to go in.
Nope, ain't gonna happen.
But just to
Best
say
we can
thank
do
you.
is
and
Ontario
I'm
and
gonna
ship
say,
to.
you know, I
And-
said, okay, you can. We
And
didn't
then
know
I
what to
had
do.
one
You're just really shook over driving.
dude who
So
said,
this is
you know
how
what,
we're
this
going
is
to do
not
it.
hard.
Okay?
It can be done.
Okay.
Because I said to myself, I don't know what to do. I'm downtown Chilliwack. Oh,
You don't
maybe
turn
he
to
has
go
an
to
idea.
TD through there. You go up to here.
And I explained what had happened.
Because pulling out, you have to do
my
a
life
cross.
is crazy, and I'm in a practicum for high-risk kids, and I'm trying to change life, and I'm pushing 60. And I just gave him the whole story. He said, let me see what I can do. And he called repeatedly, and he said, you know what? If you can be here at such and such, I will do it. What? Don't worry, I'll do. How? Like, don't worry. Like, okay, fine. So I called somebody that I know because he said to me, he said, no, I'm going to need the vehicle for at least 2 to 3 hours. Okay, and they followed me out there, and they're a pretty special person for that. And it was nice because we've been meeting. I'm not even going to talk about it right now, okay? And we had been planning on having coffee for ages. And I thought, shit, man, I can't do this. What am I going to do? Because he said, I'll need it for 3 or 4 hours. I said, that's okay, I'll go someplace. He says, not during COVID, you want? I said, I'll sit in your parking lot. Well, you can't. See where we're at with.
And that's the start too, isn't it?
And, you know, and I won't tell you it was a nice adventure. It was very emotional and a lot of stuff. And then he coached me on some other things.
Yeah, right.
And
well,
Gas caps.
I came up with.
Are you getting gas?
No.
So
I ended up
I don't
at
know what you're
Empire
talking
and I
about.
walked in. I'll tell you the
You're
story.
going to have, you would be better off parking over there, Tim,
and
because you're not going to be able to make that corner over
doors
there.
and masks and fuck. I've never seen a scrapyard built like this before. It was bizarre. And I got to the door, and you have to wait to be ushered in, and this woman looked up and she said, what? And I said, I'm really new at this. And she came waltzing from behind the counter, and she handed me a cold water bottle, which was, bottled water, but what the hell. And she said, what's up? And I said, I'm looking for a rear view, and I don't even know how to start with this. And she just went, hey! And she called what I call a kid, and he's as old a soul as I am. He's only about 20-something. She said, can you take her out to the yard and take one? Well, I said something about, do you have one? Yeah. And she said, usually there's a little bit extra if we take it off. She said, you take her out and do it. So I spent a good deal of time there, and I came up with the rear view. And Manfred told me last night, as did Al Peters, that, all we got to do is find one.
Vomit today at all? Okay, well,
And
then that's
Manfred, I called this morning, he said, well, talk to me in the morning, because he was supposed to be away. I didn't even call him back because I was doing the other. And I called him at about, 12:30, no, 1:30. I think, when did I get the man with the window? 1:30 something.
Yeah, right.
2 o'clock, and I said, hey, you know Manfred. Okay, so this is a
Are you
smile
getting
guy.
gas?
Said, you haven't called me. I've been sitting here waiting for you.
I don't know what you're talking about. But you're going to have, you'll be better off parking over there, Tim, because you're not going to be able to make that corner over there.
Nope. And I stood there and he let me hug him, or he hugged me, and we wore no fucking masks. It's okay, we're all in the same bubble, right? If I ever post this. And the time it took for me to go pee, because I really needed to pee by this time. I needed to pee at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's now 2. And there's no place to pee, and I never stopped. And he put it on. And he'd said to me yesterday, he says, this is easy. And I said, shit, So he put it on. He coached me on how to clean off a bunch of the stuff off there. And I said, okay, well, right now that's the least of my worries. I got to deal with ICBC yet. So it better show that we had something happen. I'd like to clean the windows off. But there's obviously a scrape which went up against his bumper. That's the gunky stuff. And it's rubber that's basically on the paint. Okay? So it's called a nice pair of strong fingers to sit there with Scotch-Brite and kind of work it off. It can be done with toothpaste. I've never really used toothpaste. I always thought it was fucking messy. He gave me some other ideas, but I can't find it. And I didn't go to Superstore too. And then I came through and I stopped at 3 Home Hardwares. And are you getting a picture here? Okay, so my day is really overwhelmed. And I'm close to $400 out. I may be another $500 out. Do you see a problem now? Okay.
What kind of money I don't have?
Well, no, you don't. So I guess you probably better live long enough to start paying me. I suspect I'm going to want something out of that $100, and I really don't feel comfortable saying, here, take the van and go drive. So we're in a really strange crossroads, Tim. I've not picked up garbage bags. That's the other thing you can do tomorrow. There are garbage bags downstairs. Oh, well, then you're going to empty the one garbage and clean out that garbage and anything else and set it in there so we can empty some more garbage and tie it up, because it would take 2 bags.
That's a proper size garbage.
No. Not after or later. You would do it now. That container will take 2 of the smaller bags as opposed to 1 big bag, yes?
Well, it won't, because it doesn't hold around the lid.
It doesn't have to hold if you filled it up and tied it up, does it? True?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got some things to do, and I had hoped we were going to go out with bikes, and I don't know if we will. That remains to be seen, because I've got a whole bunch of studying and an assignment to do, and language with the group, and I don't know what.
Start too, isn't it?
But you sitting there is going to piss me off. I would love you to be there for an hour or so and then go and get going on something. Okay? Where we're at is not for you to learn Anishinaabe.
Well,
it is for me. And the
Are you
reason for
getting
that
gas?
has to do with what else I have to do.
So I don't know what you're talking about. But you're going to have, you would be better off parking over there, Tim, because you're not going to be able to make that corner over there.
Whether you are here or not, it has to do with whether or not I get a job. Okay. So those are the things for tomorrow, and there were a lot of miracles today that are beyond miracles.
Who says prayer doesn't help?
What?
Who says prayer doesn't help?
Well, I don't know. I won't try to discount your prayer, but I have the feeling it had less to do with yours, more to do with Al's and Manfred's. And a few other people. Although I'm not going to, whatever. I think this is a big wake-up call, Tim. And it needs to be a big wake-up call for you. It is for me. This is not just, Tim, yes, you've got to go to Save-On. No, you're probably not going. Now what do? That means that I have to take the extra time to get you over there to see how. I hate to say this, but it means it's more on me. But I don't feel very comfortable with you driving unless I'm in the vehicle. Well, I guess that's where the world is at, and you have to come to grips with this is the world now. This is your world.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
It's not just my world, Tim. Okay, so what do you want to cover before
This is your world.
Mew, you're a Twinkie. Meow.
Meow.
I'm going to take this off for a moment.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
We talked about things yesterday when you were driving.
No pumpkin.
What do you want to say?
No pumpkin. That's just real.
Pardon me?
It's a real huge breakup call.
I'm not.
It's a huge breakup call.
I'm not.
Of hitting the truck and everything else and the extra costs.
Yeah, it actually is, and I'm going to want some of that $100 out of you for something. I just don't know what yet. Okay? And the kicker is I'm going to have to take you out to deal with it. I'm hoping this week I have to go out with errands, meaning I'm probably the driver, which is really tricky because I have enough issues with my eyes. And I came to the conclusion today, on a side note, I think it's because I'm so tired. I think that's why I'm having such issues with my eyes and the headaches, and I ended up with one of my quasi things with my eye doing a thing today, like it just, it's not really like maybe I need to go and have my eyes lasered. It's kind of like a cluster headache. And it literally does. It can wonk with your vision this way. And like I'm suddenly losing my vision going, oh my God. And I feel like shit and it hurts through here. That's a cluster headache. And that will have to do with stress. And it also has to do with lack of sleep. Because this week, Tim, I've spent, I can't remember, 3 or 4 nights being up from about midnight, 1 on, with 2 and 3 hours sleep. And I'm not even sure how I'm coping. I would say it's no thanks or prayers to you. I don't really know who's carrying me through. So there, I don't know, what else do we need to cover?
I think that pretty much covers it. If you got anything to say.
You need to eat tonight, and I didn't try to make soup or broth. Do you think you can manage to eat that pizza if you're feeling a little more calm? Okay. Well, you have at least a piece of that. If you can't finish it, then eat a muffin. That would work. Okay? So there are 2 muffins there. Everything else is kind of put away. What did you feed the dog today? Did you feed the dog anything?
Not today, no.
What did you do with the eggs and stuff?
They make me sick, they're going to make her sick.
They probably wouldn't. They made you sick because they made you sick. You could have fed that to her. And she's got stuff downstairs to eat. Okay? So, what else do you need to talk about or think you should talk about?
Just life in general. Just trying to figure out how I managed to be sick.
How do you think you managed to be sick, Tim?
All of a sudden.
You managed to be sick because of what is considered a COPD flare-up. We've covered that. You should have covered that with all of your study on CPOD, if you did. Other than that, why did you manage to be sick?
It's not like I'm doing anything different.
What did you do different?
Just ate that supper and I did that twice.
That's discounting everything else. And that's what I mean by denial. And what pisses me off.
And, we should have probably brought him a coffee or I don't know what, but mostly
you haven't
we're
acknowledged the fact that you are
working
how many
on
pounds of your
this
weight
right
you
now.
have not acknowledged the fact
I would like
that
to go down
pissed ass
Friday
around with your water filters.
Just witness this
You
in
haven't
the parking
acknowledged
lot
the
for
fact
no
that
reason why
you
you
kind of
I suppose I
denied
could
an
ride,
accident. You haven't.
and you could
Do you hear where I'm going with this?
drive,
Do I have to
or
keep
I
going?
don't know.
Because I feel like a fucking school principal, and that pisses me off, Tim. I have to go to the bathroom, and if you want to turn that on, then I'm going to the bathroom.
A lot,
Yeah, I do.
knowing the history of Coast Salish, Africa, Malone, and Uruguay.
Such a
And,
good girl.
hundreds, thousands of years later, we're all coming together to help our ancestors. And,
Oh, that feels good. I
You
know
don't think
that
that's
feels good.
what changed my life?
That feels good. Yeah, that feels good.
The extension of family, I guess.
Well, we played cards. Some of us played cards, and we sang. We sang a lot. Yeah, we did a lot of singing, and
just having a wonderful time with everybody down there singing, drumming and singing and laughing. Being the elders down here is that was awesome.
people came in, and we
we should have probably brought him a coffee or I don't know what, but mostly we're just working on this right now. I would like to go down Friday night to Tim sit in the parking lot. There's no reason why you can't. I suppose I could ride, and you could soft girl.
And then a lot of them were a lot of community members and different clubs, and that would bring us food as well, and coffee and things like that. We always shared it with everybody. Anybody that came into camp, I call it a camp for lack of a better word, but yeah, and that's the way our old people were too, right? They never turned anybody away, or if they were hungry, they gave it to them, right? And that's the way it was done there. That feeling, it was a good feeling down there.
Yucky.
So
My
what's the
Muppy
best things I
Boopy.
think that
My
happened
Muppy
last 6 months?
Boppy.
That a lot of
Here's my
people
Muppy
haven't,
Boppy, yeah. Okay, it's been a very long day, Tim. And I will start a Teams meeting if you want, okay? Okay.
To go. I thought of going out
To
to
that away, and the van is locked.
and saying thank you at least, okay? What might be at least something to do. I'm not expecting to go in, but just to say thank you. And I'm gonna say, I said, okay, you can. We didn't know what to do. That you're just really shook over driving. So this is how we were gonna do it. Okay? Okay. You don't turn to go to TD through there. You go up to here. because pulling out, you have to do a cross street. And Tim, you have to think all of this stuff through from now on. No, you don't make that turn. It's long and involved waits. Did the vehicle just hesitate, or was that you? With the shift.
Possibly.
Okay, that's fine. And then you've got to do what? Go to save on?
No, I was just going to go to the phone store.
What?
I was just going to go to the phone store.
I have no idea what you've been saying, Tim.
Okay, well, then that's a start too, isn't it?
Well, then you can stop over at the gas station then, okay? You could pull in right. Well,
The gas cap is on the other side.
are you getting gas?
No.
So I don't know what you're talking about. But you're going to have, you would be better off parking over there, Tim, because you're not going to be able to make that corner over there. And, you know, we should have probably brought him a coffee or I don't know what, but mostly we're just working on this right now. I would like to go down Friday night to Tim Hortons. They sit in the parking lot. There's no reason why you can't. I suppose I could ride and you could drive, or I don't know. Or maybe you could manage to come down with the bike too. I don't know. Okay, can you put the drink down and put two hands
Off the corner, I will.
or on the wheel, please? Tim, this is what I mean by you pushing it. All right?
That's all iron board.
And it's from running oxygen in here, not particularly cigarette smoke. It's from the oxygen. It's what does it. What? Oh. Two. behind her vehicle. And I will go to the door. Okay. Now you have to be very careful. Whoa, because you're going to possibly stay in the vehicle. Okay, you're clear on that side and you're clear on this side. Okay? Well, you're not clear now. I don't have $1,500. I suspect it runs fine because Manfred did it. So we're going to go in that way. What are you doing? Okay, there's a van right there. Pay attention, please.
Yes, dear.
Okay, Tim, this is what...
Checking at Alice's house.
For what?
See if they were... I thought that's what
No, I said Al is likely out with the bike, isn't he?
Yeah.
But you are regularly doing this way over in against shoulder edges and parked vehicles and you're out today to try to build some confidence, not to have another freak moments, right? Are you getting tired? I'm going to get the door open and put bags in. You're dealing with garbage today yet? Okay. And finding something to watch. I have to go and organize my clothes and a few other things that have to happen before tomorrow. A little further, please. A little further.
Just push it
Whoa.
over, she'll eat some of the cheese off it, which is what she was doing. Yes, me, that's good stuff. No kidding. So what are you doing tomorrow? Have you figured that out? Pardon me?
Putting it all down right now.
Well, that would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Up Izzy, dog, clean upstairs.
What else did I ask? To call and find out how long the bank is open, if you can do that.
Which one, Fancy?
No, The Wizard of Oz. Okay. Twinkie. Come on, Twinkie girl. You wanted to go out front so bad earlier. I know you did. She wanted to go out when I was trying to do the lawn. Yes. Oh, so I'm so happy. I'm glad you're happy. Yes. For fuck's sake. So she's gone and pooped again. Okay. Well, and then you've got that tomorrow or now. What are you going to do with it? Yeah, this Twinkie bum.
I'll save you.
Come on. We have a problem with that wheel again, or with the gate. That's good. Go ahead. Okay, stay there for a minute, please. I'm gonna go up there and sweep that off in a second first, okay? First, I'm gonna do this. Yes, there you are. Just wait. Here. Just wait. Okay, I'm gonna. I didn't sweep the other off. Oh God. I never did this one. It was in here, so I'm gonna do this. No. Yes, I don't know what. That's what was laying out in the driveway, Tim. The garbage bags. Can you pick that up, please? Oh. Yes, there you is. Don't wiggle. There. Oh, God. Hello.
Pleasure.
Well, now we are out here for a minute.
Yep.
Sit still. I'm doing shots of it. Yeah, the garbage bags are laying out there in the middle of the driveway. And they're wet. And then you left a garbage can with half pine needles in the middle of the driveway. So you just suddenly say, okay, that's it, I've had enough, and wander off. Hi, how you doing?
I remember leaving the garbage can in the middle of it, everything half full. I do remember.
Oh, okay. Are we having issues with memory and the way you're doing things? Yes, we are. Would you have done that 5 years ago?
No.
No. So are we having issues with memory and the way you're doing things?
Apparently, yes.
Okay, so it's not really up for argument at that point.
So apparently not.
So tomorrow you're going to go and deal with pine needles. And there's a bag there. There's a garbage can that's got a bag in it. There's little garbage bags everywhere with little bits of pine needles. There's a whole bunch of them around here. So I don't really know what you're doing, Tim. You haven't filled one bag yet.
I really thought that one bag was full.
You actually have not filled one bag yet. Some have 3 handfuls, some have a quarter full. One is 3/4 full. That's the biggest one going. Are you getting a picture here? So I don't know what you think you are doing out here. My thought was in the last 2, and you've had 2 weeks on this, that if you came out and did 1 bag a day, that would be enough exercise. But I think what you've done is come out, put 2 handfuls in and said, okay, I'm done.
Hi, how you doing? Oh.
Because that's what the evidence is over there. And you've been 2 weeks on this.
Yeah. I'm sure I can do better.
Well, I guess there's a fair amount to do tomorrow. You have been in for almost 6 weeks solid. Every day. And you know what? You're actually worse than you were before. Because nobody's coming in at 1 going, you have to do this. I am off all day. And you're just, I don't know, I use the word dicking around because that's what it seems like. So you are either really going downhill and getting ready to die, or you're dicking around. I figure those are the 2 answers. Which one is it?
It's either one, actually.
Then what is it?
Lack of energy.
Well, lack of energy doesn't get fixed by sitting on your ass with this condition, Tim. You know that. And now I'm sitting here playing mommy again, and that pisses me off. You're running that thing full? Maybe you should put it on pulse. Because when you're out here, you should have it on pulse, sitting right there. And I would think, in fact, I'll tell you what, 2 full bags. And on Tuesday, 2 full bags. And on Wednesday, 2 full bags. If you have to, you could take the rake and pull the stuff. You see that roof over there? You can pull it off of that. I'm not asking you to go up here. That is, you're more than capable of doing. You're more than tall enough to do that, even with an oxygen canister. You see that roof there? And then rake it up and clean it off of this one as well. So 2 full bags every day for the next 3 days. Maybe 4. Because I really figured I was going to be dumping them this weekend and doing something else out here. Or maybe you should do 3 bags. I don't see why you couldn't do 3 bags. The weather is beautiful. You get up in the morning, you do Izzy, you start to tidy up there. You've got, what else is happening tomorrow that you were going to do? You don't have to feed the dog. Clean the dog kennel up and come out and do that. And you have until 4:30 to pull these things off. So 3 bags. Let's go for 3 bags. 3 full bags. You can write that in your book. There are pine needle stuff right here. Look on here at the back that could be taken. Don't take them off the front. I'm not going to worry about the front. That's what's making the ferns doing whatever. And then over here and a bunch over there. You never even got to the side over there. The bag was laying in the middle of the driveway, and the stuff on top of the roof.
Yes.
I told you there was probably about 9 to 12 bags.
Are you the good girl?
And if that was done, it would make it easier when those things start to come down. Oh, it's Twinkie. And you can write in your book to call Manfred and thank him as well.
Yeah.
So when we're going to go in, you're going to write those 2 things. 3 bags of pine needles. Where are you going to take them off of?
That's right.
Well, there's still a bunch of them over here beside the little wheelbarrow, and there's a bunch over there. They're there, and they're there. There's a whole bunch of them in through here, and there's some to the back of that. So, you know, at this rate, maybe there's 15 bags. I don't know. What do you want to do with your remaining days on Earth?
Get a little bit healthier. Ride a motorcycle. Be able to go out with you places.
How do you propose to do that?
Well, I gotta get started by exercise.
The amount of leaves that are going to come off of that tree are going to be unreal this year.
Off the cottonwood.
No, off of this. That thing has to be trimmed too. This stuff should be trimmed. And as it is, I'm about to start sleepwalking and going out at night and having a good time. You want your picture taken, don't you, Sadie? No kidding, you do. Okay, go ahead.
Go.
Yes, I know, that's Twinkie Bum. So let's go upstairs so you can make some notes in your book so you can stay active tomorrow. That's actually finally shooting from the bottom. It's amazing. Oh, you got a snooky. You got a snooky snack. You got a snooky snack. Good for you. Please hook that gate, Tim. Hi, Nia. Atta boy. Come on, beep beep. Yeah, I did, my guy. Nia, beep beep. Yes, just my Nia, man. Just wait, we'll figure it out. Well, I don't know. You gotta go get up on there. You gotta get up here. Okay, ready? No, you gotta look at. That's not looking at me.
Putting your head underneath there is not looking at me. Nia. Nia, you twit. All right. Night, night, night. Oh, okay. I don't hate you, Tim. I'm just really something, okay? Right. So you're gonna kind of actually try to wow me tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, that would be nice. All right. Okay. I've what?
I'm gonna feed these guys.
Well, that would probably be a good idea too. Oh, where did you put your eggs?
You're still up here. Didn't like them.
You need to get them out and put them there, and you can eat that pizza and eat some eggs with it. All right. Bye. Boy, how easy you do these stairs, I tell you. I think if I hadn't done the foot in too, it would have helped. Just, oh my goodness. Hi, how you doing? Oh. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. I am really kind of overwhelmed. Hello, Mew.
Want your food over there?
Probably. Yes, Nia, you are my boopy butt. No kidding. Okay. Tim, I'm really overwhelmed. All right. This is not how my life is supposed to go. Where's my guys? I don't know where Nia went. He's here somewhere. Hello, Nia. Okay. Hang in there. Okay. I've got to get going. I'm. Oh Jesus.
Clean upstairs, fire needles, Sadie.
I'm probably glad I went out today because it was a little bit like, I ordered a hamburger, believe it or not. I only ate a little bit of it. I may eat it tonight. I hope, or you will finish it. And I just was suddenly, I wasn't hungry. I don't know what it was. It was something that I don't usually have to even do after ritual or anything, and it's grounding. I've never seen you eat. Like, I don't. At night, maybe, like before I go to bed, I have a glass of wine. It settles my stomach, which, by the way, is in a bad way now. And then I have something to eat. I don't know why I'm fat, but that's what it is. And it was like, it's always like going, today was like a funeral. Not in a bad way, in a really good way. It was like a fucking funeral. And I was just suddenly, I've got to eat something. I felt like I was floating away. I haven't lived through anything like this, really, maybe before, in my entire life. Never. I've done practicums, courses, walked in cold on suicides. I have never experienced what I've experienced the last fucking 6 weeks. Ever. And that's over and apart from the fact that I'm under stress with stuff here with you and anything else. I have never experienced it. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Any of it. But then again, this whole course, I don't know what to make of either. And I can't even put it down to COVID. We sat there talking, well, the whole COVID thing. Well, you know what? I've done online courses before, and enough of them, and I've never done anything like this. Go Google it. Go Google it. Go Google it. This is what I'm paying money for?
Just so you can learn how to use Google. Head punch. Yeah.
to make other comments. Picture if you jump. Yeah, okay, here we go. Go for it, Mew.
Potentially lies ahead.
Oh, yeah. No, I have the video camera on now, Mew. Yeah, I'm gonna get it on tape.
I do not see how you can put up a hospital and expect it to remain.
She doesn't want me to tape her.
You don't know that brick is going to last.
She knows darn well I got the video camera on.
Everything is washed away.
Yeah.
I've seen flood shelters
Oh,
wash
well.
away. Schools wash away. You need the healthcare system which is able
No,
to
that's
adapt
not the way she has
as
to go, or I
soon
won't
as
be
a
able
change
to tape
happens.
it, will I?
And this capacity to adapt can only happen if you're mobile.
As well as the floating hospitals, Runa's charity is also providing mobile clinics on land, and it's training people in the community. There are also plans to
I
build
got your
more hospitals in the
picture.
next few years.
Well, right now,
Oh no. Well, it's funny because Natalie and I ended up in a group together. It's like, but then I was like, well, it's fine if I was going to go and play social system, but of course we're going to get so well. I know, and I was thinking, like, yeah, but, what we said yesterday, I talked to
Hi. There. You know you're gorgeous, don't you, Mew? Well, yeah, she knows that. Well, okay. Alright, would you please nuke your food, and I'll talk to you on here in a minute or two, and those are right there, and Neil won't pee on them, but if you can run them in the... well, that was scary. In the sink. I'm going that away. Yes, you're a good boy. Oh, God, fucking damn. There. Come on. You know you're gorgeous, don't you, Mew? Well, yeah, she knows that. Well, okay. Alright, would you please nuke your food, and I'll talk to you on here in a minute or two, and those are right there, and Neil won't pee on them, but if you can run them in the... well, that was scary. In the sink. I'm going that away. Yes, you're a good boy. Oh, God, fucking damn. Come on. Okay, night-night.
well, it's funny because Natalie and I ended up in a group together. It's like, but then I was like, well, it's fine if I was going to go and play social system, but of course we're going to get so well. I know, and I was thinking, like, yeah, but, what we said yesterday, I talked to because since and 5 of them were from Central. Yes. And B, we care. Yeah. So now that's...
Oh, hey, we meet again, my friend. Those stairs are enough to just do you in, totally. It's beautiful. That's it.
Actually, Saudi Arabia. It's nice. Yeah.
Oh, hey, probably, and you would stand it. I just wanted to. Those stairs are enough to kill me.
Oh man, I know. I'm like, after being up enough times, I shouldn't be out of breath, but.
I am out of shape. I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me to be with you. Today is my last day of wrapping back to next door, so I wanted to say that.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, congrats.
You need this instead of this, and it would. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I know it's quite nice actually. At night when the desert gets cold, then they layer up.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay, take care.
Yeah,
all right. There's a that's gorgeous. Yes, I'm wrapping today. So I just wanted to say. So we will see you around.
That's right. Maybe I'll see you around the district.
You got it. I'm gonna go figure out where I put my coffee now. Because I set it down, I think, in there.
Good morning. Hi.
A little further, please. A little further. Whoa. You're dealing with garbage today yet? Okay. And finding something to watch. I have to go and organize my clothes and a few other things that have to happen before tomorrow. If you just push it over, she'll eat some of the cheese off it, which is what she was doing. Yes, Mia, that's good stuff. No kidding. So what are you doing tomorrow? Have you figured that out? Pardon me?
Putting it all down right now.
Well, that would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Up Izzy's dog, clean upstairs.
What else did I ask? To call and find out how long the bank is open, if you can do that.
Which one, Fancy?
No. Don't know what you just
Wizard
said.
of Oz.
What are you doing? Okay, there's a van right there. Pay attention, please.
Yes, dear.
Okay, Tim, this is what...
Checking at Al's house.
For what?
See if they were... I thought that's what
No, I said Al is likely out with the bike, isn't he? But you are regularly doing this way over in against shoulder edges and parked vehicles and you're out today to try to build some confidence, not to have another freak moments, right? Are you getting tired?
So far, so good. I guess that's interesting. I did. I so far survived. What Ingrid did.
What did I do?
You dumped the
Oh, I know,
case.
but that means I'm welcome to come in, right? Okay. Come on in.
Oh yeah, I see they moved all of this out.
I don't know exactly how many hours.
Good, I like this table.
Nature on it.
I like this table. Oh gosh, here I'm gonna go sit in my corner. There. Oh yeah. And I think this place gets crazy soon.
Yeah.
Because see, there's nowhere to go. So
Oh, this is delightful to sit.
this is for posterity. I will send it to you. You are a delight to see, my friends.
It's humans. We had a sub student yesterday too that wanted to EAs and stuff until a year. She's like, because we're not socialized anymore. I'm like, with all the staggered breaks and stuff, like, it's like high school's there, intermediate's there, primary's there, like everybody's just does their own.
The whole bit. Yeah, it's. That's okay. I'm gonna make a mess.
Great outdoors.
Yeah, right? There we go, guys.
Thank you.
Some drinks to start for you guys.
You're gonna surprise me with a herb tea if you've got a herb
tea?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what I would like you to do with that is bring me a glass of ice.
Ice. Okay.
Yeah, don't ask. It's you get the idea, right? Okay.
I'll have a Diet Coke, please. Do you have decaf coffee?
I don't have any brewed, but I can brew it.
Yeah, that'd be delightful. And water, please.
Hey.
I can't have any caffeine or chocolate or alcohol, so I'm just like...
Herb tea, man.
Yeah, I know.
See, I don't dare drink. When I go home tonight, I'm planning on getting
Well, you can
bombed.
drink tonight.
I am planning on it. Oh, you'll know.
I was like, you can drink. I'm like, no, I don't know. I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like, I don't really drink.
I drink like we go on a cruise or a holiday.
Yeah.
Because me and alcohol, I'd be like, get really funny, so...
We'll have to do that
Like
again.
Without my glass at night, I don't sleep. Okay, that's where my life is
I can
at.
fall asleep in the middle of the day. I don't have that problem. I tell you.
So you wrapped up last week.
Nice.
Last 23rd, and then I had all last week off.
So now you're back at...
But that's
Now
just
I'm
showing
back to this
progress
stuff, yeah.
reports. Maybe I'll just call them now and tell her I'm confused. Please tell me if I've got everything in. And it was good to see you guys at the end of, like, you know, apocalypse, okay?
I don't have to have a fly on the wall. That's cool.
God, it's just, yeah. I don't know. I've got a fair amount ahead of me this week with other stuff. And then emotionally recoup. I can't believe I'm saying that.
That's true. It takes a lot of a toll on you. And like huge. Yeah.
Well, on top of all that, I've got a whole thing with the, if I did I not tell you that Tim got sideswiped with the man?
Yeah.
So between that and just like everything, like we still got to finish dealing with ICBC and like I don't need all this
Extra
shit.
Yeah.
Well, no, I actually didn't need the shit at the practicum. The rest of it I might have been able to deal with. Like,
yeah, if you had a better practicum, it would have definitely helped.
I think I would have gone in and felt good leaving because I don't. Well, I do feel good leaving. My God, Jody probably did go to bat for me. Like,
I'm glad you found her and you were able to.
I am surprised. surprised that they would do what they did. Like,
I can imagine putting somebody like, yeah, you used to like, I know like lots of things like, but you put like some brand new, like put Brooke in there, she would have like,
oh dear,
like, no, it would not have been, no.
so. What else do I have to do? That's absolutely gorgeous. That's absolutely gorgeous. I got that much done. I should do that too, thank God.
Upstairs, Brandy was Sadie.
I'm probably glad I went out today because it was a little bit like, I ordered a hamburger, believe it or not. I only ate a little bit of it. I may eat it tonight. I hope, or you will finish it. And I just was suddenly, I wasn't hungry. I don't know what it was. It was something that I don't usually have to even do after ritual or anything, and it's grounding. I've never seen you eat. Like, I don't. At night, maybe, like before I go to bed, I have a glass of wine. It settles my stomach, which, by the way, is in a bad way now. And then I have something to eat. I don't know why I'm fat, but that's what it is. And it was like, it's always like going, today was like a funeral. Not in a bad way, in a really good way. It was like a fucking funeral. And I was just suddenly, I gotta eat something. I felt like I was floating away. I haven't lived through anything like this, really, maybe before, in my entire life. Never. I've done practicums, courses, walked in cold on suicides. I've never experienced what I've experienced the last fucking 6 weeks. Ever. And that's over and apart from the fact that I'm under stress with stuff here with you and anything else. I've never experienced it. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Any of it. But then again, this whole course, I don't know what to make of either. And I can't even put it down to COVID. We sat there talking, well, you know, the whole COVID thing. Well, you know what? I've done online courses before, and enough of them, and I've never done anything like this. Go Google it. Go Google it. Go Google it. This is what I'm paying money for?
Just so you can learn how to use Google. Hot butts. Yeah.